Use the graph of the functions p of x equals 2x minus 3 and q of x equals x plus 2 squared minus 4 to graph and write the equation as a combined function r of x equals p of x plus q of x. Okay, so we have our graphs here, and we can find the different values of these and then add them together. To help us organize those values, let's use a table, and let's find p of x, q of x. We'll add them to get r of x. So I picked the values for x from -5 to 1, and I did that just because that's a pretty good estimate. That's about the farthest out we go for our parabola here on the left, and then 1 is about the farthest right for our parabola. So that's why I picked those. And so let's actually first start with our linear p of x. So first we have x equals -5. Well, at -5 it actually goes off the graph. So we can just plug that into our actual equation. So 2 times -5 is -10, minus 3 is -13. And then for the rest of them, they're all in the graph. So let's just point those out. So we have -4, -11, -3, -9, -2, -7, -1, -5, 0, -3, and 1, -1. So let's fill those in on our table. So we have -11, -9, -7, -5, -3, and -1. And then for q of x at -5, we have +5, -4, 0, -3, -3, -2, -4, -1, -3, 0, 0, and 1, 5. So 5, 0, -3, -4, -3, 0, and 5. And then for r of x, we can add those two together, the p of x and q of x values. So -13 plus 5 is -8. -11 plus 0 is -11. -9 plus -3 is -12. -7 plus -4 is -11. And then going on here, I'll just fill in the rest. So now we have our r of x values. And now that we have those, then we can go ahead and actually plot our points and draw a picture of our new graph. So at -5, r of x is -8. So -5, -8. And then at -4, we have -11, -3, -12, -2, -11, -1, -8, 0, -3, and 1, 4. So now we can connect all of our dots here. Not a perfect line, but that is our graph here. And so now we can go on. So that is r of x. Let's label it. And now we can go on and find our actual equation. So our equation we can find algebraically just by plugging in p of x and q of x. So we know r of x is equal to p of x, which is 2x minus 3, plus q of x, which is x plus 2 squared minus 4. And then simplifying that out, then we first see that we can expand this x plus 2 squared by writing it as x plus 2 times x plus 2. And then minus 4. And so simplifying this out, we can multiply out the x plus 2 times x plus 2. So x times x is x squared, x times 2 is 2x, 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 2 is 4, minus 4. And then we can combine like terms. So we have 2x plus 2x plus 2x, which adds to 6x. Then we have a -3, +4, and -4. So those add to 0. We're just left with -3 or minus 3, and we still have a plus x squared. So then in standard form, that's going to be go from the highest power and then in descending order. So we have x squared plus 6x minus 3 equals r of x. So our final answer will be the equation r of x equals x squared plus 6x minus 3, and then also our graph that we found with all of the points.